All of them are very humble, down to earth. Hindi lumalaki ang ulo kahit na lumalaki na ang bank account, lumalaki na ang pabrika nila. They are very, kahit na anong krisis sa buhay, hindi sila takot. Kahit anong krisis o paghihirap, kaya nila, they are optimistic, they are always positive thinking. Kung maraming OFW na taga-Saudi o taga-saan, alam mo buong katawan nila maraming ginto. May ginto sa mga alahas dito, sa kwintas, lahat. Hindi naman masama, pero naubos siguro pera nila sa mga luxury, sayang.
Interviewing them, you know them personally, yung
Yes.
mga guns, mga iPads here in the Philippines.
Yes.
So, with your encounters with them, multiple encounters with them,
Yes.
what have you learned from them? Or ano yung mga advice na nakukuha mo na magiging value-adding for those who are watching sa channel natin?
Yes. Alam mo, Neil, the unforgettable lessons I've learned talking to the top business leaders of the Philippines, people like the late Henry C. Sr., pati daughter niya si Tessie C. Coson, pati anak niya si Hans C. Lahat sila magagaling, masipag. Si John Gocomoy Jr., mga anak nila, si Andrew Gotianon and wife niya, si Mercedes Gotianon ng Philinvest and East West Bank. Many of these people, Luciatan, ang incredible Metrobank founder, George T. and their children, si Manny Villar, the owner of the real estate giant. Ang one thing I noticed about all of them, yung old-fashioned virtue of hard work, talagang di nawawala. Kahit na matalino ka, kahit na genius ka, iba pa rin yung masipag. Yun talagang masipag, talo pa rin niya ang genius. In the long run, yung taong masipag, hard work is really irreplaceable. Pero we have to, one thing I learned also from them, na most people do not notice, they love to read and they love to study. All the top business tycoons in the Philippines and in the world din, mahilig magbasa. They love to read books, they love to read news, they love to read articles, they love to ask questions. Non-stop sila learning. Ang learning, yung pag-aaral, hindi lang sa eskwelahan. It's not only in the formal school, the classroom. Non-stop sila magtanong, non-stop sila mag-research, non-stop silang curious. They never end their studying. One more thing I learned from them that is amazing, perseverance. Yung tiyaga. Kahit na 100 beses sila tumumba or natapa, even if you fail 1 time, 10 times, 100 times, even 1,000 times, never give up. They have this never give up spirit na most people do not see. Kasi in the world, we like to celebrate victories, Neil. We like to celebrate triumphs, honors, all the money that they earn. But not many people remember or read about or hear about there are many failures behind every success. Yun. Marami silang pinagdaanan na hardship. One more thing I noticed pala among the best business people, they have gone through hardships and those hardships made them stronger than most ordinary people. Hindi, ito I noticed in the world, Neil, all the richest people in the world, majority are self-made entrepreneurs. Not all are inherited. Hindi totoo yung idea natin na ay pinana yan sa apo, minana yan sa lolo, sa lola, they inherited big wealth. Majority of the wealthiest people in the world, including America, Europe, sa China, all over US, all over the Philippines, many are self-made people like Manny Villar. Dumaan sa hirap yan talaga. Si Lucio Tan, di nakapagtapos sa college. Kasi working student si Mr. Lucio Tan, chairman of Philippine Airlines, chairman of Philippine National Bank, and owner of Tanduay Ram. Alam mo, he was a working student in Far Eastern University at EU, chemical engineering. Even Sundays, he has to work, he has to study. He went to night school kasi daytime he has to work. So, nahirapan siya at one time in his college years, nag-drop out siya unfortunately. Pero hindi nagtapos yung pag-aaral niya. Up to his old age, he still keeps on learning. Si John Gokumay Jr. naman nag-drop out sa high school kasi the father died, then World War II came, the family had a hard time. Siyang the only kapatid, sibling, na hindi nakapagtapos ng college. Lahat ng younger brother, younger sisters niya, finish schooling, siya hindi. Pero, ito, Neil, siya ang among the most well-read na businessman I've ever encountered in the Philippines. He loves to read all kinds of books, study everything, the news, read. Isa pa, si Andrew and Mercedes Cotianon. Alam mo ba si Mrs. Mercedes Cotianon? There should be one entire book about her life pa lang. She is very low-key, not as high profile as other tycoons. Pero alam mo she went through hardships. When she was studying, alam mo sa UP Diliman, when she was young, alam mo ang baon niya everyday, I could not forget, kwento sa akin ni Mercedes Tan Gotianon. Ang baon niya everyday sa magulang niya, kasya lang sa kalahati ng isang meal sa UP canteen. Alam mo yun? Yung cafeteria, mura lang yun hindi siya mahal na restaurant Pero yung meal na kakainin niya tanghalian, yung bigay sa kanya na baon, kasya kalahati lang, hindi kasya buong meal. Alam mo, nahanap pa siya ng mahirap na kaklase, katulad niya, kulang sa budget, naghahati siya doon. Uy, kulang din budget mo, no? Tayong dalawa, mag-order na tayo isang meal, paghatian natin bawat lunchtime. Can you imagine? Tapos, in her lifetime, she became one of the wealthiest tycoons na babae or lalaki in the Philippines. Owner ng Philinvest Group and East West Bank. Co-founder siya with the husband. So, ang lesson for all of us, Neil, is no matter what hardships we have been through, no matter anong klaseng hirap sa buhay na ang tawag sa Tagalog, dagok na natamaan natin, na experience natin, we can still prosper. Not only that, those are motivations to make us stronger, to make us more hungry, to make us more ambitious. Those are the things that will make us not complacent. Kasi may tendency, kung apo ka sa tuhod ng mayaman, kung anak ka ng mayaman, hindi naman lahat marami, happy-go-lucky na ang buhay. Parang made na ako okay na ako, hindi na ako takot Hindi ako magugutom tomorrow. Itong mga tycoons na na-meet ko, Manny Villar, Lucio Tan, Henry C., kahit na mayaman na sila, naging part of their habit na to work very hard, to be efficient, and karamihan sa kanila matipid. They are not wasteful. Most of them are not wasteful at all. Yun, kung may resources sila, minamaximize nila. Kung may utang sila, hindi lang sa binabayaran nila ang utang nila, ginagamit sa maayos yung utang para palakihin yung pera nila. Not to buy luxuries. Huwag mangungutang kasi bibili ng magandang kotse, papasiklab, or magandang alahas, or something na walang return sa pera. Try to use ang utang for investment sa business, investment sa stocks, or investment in your education, in your health, in your family, bumili ng bahay for the future. May isang sakit tayo sa Pilipinas, Neil, pag nangutang akala nanalo sa loto or parang kinita yung pera, parang income. Ang utang hindi income. Yun, those are some of the lessons I learned from the top business people in the Philippines. They are very hardworking. Most of them, all of them are very humble, down to earth. Hindi lumalaki ang ulo kahit na lumalaki na ang bank account, lumalaki na ang pabrika nila. They are very Kahit na anong krisis sa buhay, hindi sila takot. Kahit anong krisis o paghihirap, kaya nila, they are optimistic, they are always positive thinking. Kahit ano nangyari sa Pilipinas o sa mundo, may krisis, they always try to find opportunities. Those are some lessons I could share. Marami pa.
Yeah, nag-overflow nga lang yung yung mga observation, super galing na
Thank you, Neil.
yung mga hardships, it's allowing them to become better, seizing opportunities. And yung maganda yung sinabi mo rin na kahit sobrang yaman din nila, hindi nagiging mayabang kasi pride goes before destruction. So napaka-importante.
Doon ako na magaling ka. Bible verse yan, ha? Tama
Yeah.
ka dyan. Napansin ko some of the wealthiest self-made entrepreneurs in the Philippines are also some of the humblest. Yung may-ari ng Sesto, si Mr. Alfredo Yao, grabe sa humility. Sobrang humble. Pero sobrang galing. Siya yung number 1 juice king of the Philippines. Ang daming ganyan.
Yeah. Di ba sabi nga nila, yung the rich people, it's loud. At yung wealthy, whisper lang. You whisper. Kasi you don't need to prove anything. Wala kang kailangang patunayan. So, I mean, it's something na talagang nakaka-inspire na hindi yung payabang na, I have arrived, nabili ko yung luxury car. It's really not. It's really you being faithful with what you have. I remember then one of the things that I hold to in my life is he who is faithful with little will be faithful with much. And the Taipans that you've mentioned, they have been faithful with the littlest things, diba? And then they have been entrusted with more.
I agree with you. In fact, nakakatawa siya luxury car. Hindi ko makalimutan si Mr. Lucio Tan, hindi siya gumagamit ng luxury car. Luxury car siya, Mercedes-Benz, pero second-hand luma. Nakita ko. Tapos si Mercedes Cotonon, I remember, kwento niya sa akin, naging siya, boss ng bangko siya. Siya gumawa may bangko siya before East West Bank, binenta niya sa BPI noon, naging bank president siya. Never siya bumili ng designer clothes na mahal in her whole life. Even during wedding niya, kwento niya sa akin, kasal niya, bumili siya sa Divisoria yata ng mga tela, nagpagawa lang siya sa Modista or something, nakakatawa. Tapos yung boss na ng bangko, di ba, kailangan nakasuit yung babae, nakikipag-meeting sa mga foreign, international, and local bankers. Nagpapagawa lang siya ng damit, hindi siya nag-ano ng expensive luxury brands na damit. Bilib ako.
Yeah, yun yung sakit minsan ng ibang mga kababayan natin na habang tumataas yung income, tumataas din yung lifestyle. Minsan nasosobrahan sa lifestyle, di ba?
Alam mo, that should be one entire interview, magkwentuhan tayo in the future. Alam mo,
sure.
Noon naimbita ako sa Middle East. Kasi may column ako sa Philippine Star, naimbita ako sa Qatar or somewhere. On the way back, may mga kasabay ako, maraming OFW na taga-Saudi o taga-saan. Alam mo, buong katawan nila maraming ginto. May ginto sa mga alahas dito, sa kwentas, lahat. Hindi naman masama, pero naubos siguro pera nila sa mga luxury, sayang. Huwag tayo matempted.